I could honestly say, and this is not me saying it, this is people like TK Kirkland saying it, that being on my platform, especially on a regular basis, has consistently increased people's bookings. My audience, especially in the comedy world, is immense. And I have yet to hear someone who did Vlad TV and then go back out and not seen their bookings go up significantly. This is why you always see TK on my platform. He said that Vlad TV transformed his comedy career, since he started. And this is why he always comes back. You know what I mean? And that's the thing also. I felt like, I feel like, bro, like I've earned this spot in this comedy world of actually working with comedians. And
you just want to be in White Chicks too, man. That's it, man. Just tell them you want to be in White Chicks too. Yo, man, you're in White Chicks too right now.
I'm in White Chicks too, and that's what it is, man. Listen, shout out to Marlon Wayans, bro.
Marlon, we love you.
We love you, bro. and I do also. And some of the shit you said actually today was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. And I can say I've gotten roasted by Marlon Wayans now. And you mentioned the whole Bossman DLow thing. This thing was very weird.
What happened there, Vlad?
Okay, so here's what happened. So I have a booking guy who books a lot of interviews for me. And he was like, yo, I got Bossman DLow. And I'm like, all right, great, let's do him. And he's like, okay, he wants this much for a booking. And it actually wasn't a huge amount. I said, all right, cool, no problem. Okay, but he wants a 50% deposit. And I'm like, the amount was so low that it seemed weird that they would ask for it. So I told the guy, and this is the first time I ever told this booking guy who's been with me for like 10 years, I said, look, this sounds fishy, but I'll pay this, but if it goes bad, it's on you. You got to cover the cost.
You said it to your booking guy?
To my booking guy. And I've never said this before, meaning that I'm not going to take the loss if this happens because it already looks fishy in my eyes. He's like, no, bro, I'm telling you, it's 100% legit. I've checked everything else like that. I said, cool. We pay the deposit, and then they come back with like, oh, we thought you meant a remote interview. We're not going to do it for this low. And it's like, we'd already booked the studio and the cameraman and everything else like that. We're going to need this much now. So we need another deposit. And I'm like, this is some bullshit.
Typical scam.
Well, return the deposit. No, we're not returning anything. So I call him up and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, is this even real? He goes, it's real. They called me from the number that was on the actual booking page, on the Instagram page for Bossman DLow. I said, well, shit. If that's the case, then it must be someone in his camp that's scamming, right? So I went public with it. I'm like, yo, Bossman.
Did you ever DM him? These motherfuckers are responding.
I wasn't handling the booking. See what I'm saying? Right, I wasn't in the mix. Okay. This was someone else handling it, but this is someone who has booked literally probably hundreds of interviews for me. He booked Boosie for me originally. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my guy. And so I said, yo, let me just go public with this shit, just so because he may not even know. And if I do it, it's going to make some noise. And he responded, like, yo, bro, I don't even know who the hell you're talking about. So then the manager DMs him with a phone number. He talks to her and then puts me on the phone with her, right? So me and her are talking, and she's like, listen, we don't know anything about this. We don't charge for interviews. But this phone number has now, you're like the third or fourth person that has basically told us that they've gotten scammed off this phone number.
But isn't it in his bio?
What I didn't know is that you could actually scam by using someone else's phone number. I didn't even know about this, but everyone in the comments started commenting about this in the replies. You could call someone from someone else's number and make it look like they're calling. That's what happened.
But I thought you guys reached out to them first. So
they reached out to us. See?
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
It was a one-way call. I didn't have all the details, but he was like, yo, bro, they called from the phone number that's on the Instagram page.
I got scammed like that one time.
You see what I'm saying? It'd be like me, yo, you have my phone number, right?
Yeah.
someone calls you from Vlad's number. Oh yeah, it's Vlad's number, and it might sound, oh yeah, yo, I'm Vlad's man. Yo, I'm calling from his number right now. He wants you to. He's in trouble right now. He needs $1,000.
Yeah.
You said $1,000, and I'm like, I never called you. Like, you know what I mean? Look at my call log. So she basically was like,
slick shit, man.
No, it's slick. And she was basically like, this number has been used now for multiple scams. So we're taking this number down. And that day, if you look at my response, that phone number was removed that same day from the bio. So I basically had to come forward and say, listen, this is what happened. This number has been compromised. They've taken this phone number down. They didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
You know, but now we have a connection with him, and then maybe when he goes on a promo run, you know, I mean, we're now talking. I took responsibility for it, but like, yo, like we took a loss on this. You know what I mean? But I am, you know, when I get around to it, I am actually going to press, because we actually Zelled the money. And even though I didn't take the loss, I actually am going to file a police report over this. So whoever got that money, y'all going to get charged.
Fed
You know
time
what I'm
Vlad back at it, man.
That's right, Vlad the feds. No, man, of course. If you gonna steal from me, I'm going to report
be honest
it.
with you. There's so many little dishonest...
Right, because it went to someone's Zelle account, and whoever's account that went to,
Vlad, play this.
They're going to have to, you know.
There's so many scams where people will act as, you know, fake booking agents or promoters, and they'll get, shoot, at least, I don't know how much you charge, but it seemed like it was a lower amount. Shoot, I heard a story that, you know, somebody had collected booking fees on behalf of like Tory Lanez. So now, Tory didn't show up to the event. He didn't know it was booked. There's some street niggas. They don't know what the fuck is going on. They see Tory somewhere else. It's static. It's like, what's up? Yo, so Tory's like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean I scammed you? Yo, fuck all that. Give us the money back. And he's like, what are you talking about?
Money? Yeah, man, listen, this was new. I didn't know that you could call from a fake number.
Learn something
from
new
a
every
number,
day.
not a fake number, but someone's actual number. I didn't know you could do that. In the future, it's going to be like, all right, let me call you back on this number.
Yes.
You know, let me DM the actual manager and get a response. Let me do this. Let me do that. Listen, we took a loss. You live and learn. But yeah, Bossman DLow, man, he didn't do nothing wrong. His management didn't do anything wrong. And you know, when me and her talked, man, she was very professional. And she was very understanding because it's happened to her before.
I'm always weary of a rapper who's on their actual manager or rep hit me up. It usually is gonna come through either the official label or it's gonna come through a PR company.
Yeah.
And at this point, you probably know the PR companies.
Yeah, no, listen, I knew it was janky from the beginning, which is why, listen, I didn't lose anything.
Yeah.
Right? My man lost something, but I feel bad for him. So that's why I took it upon myself to be a little extra with it. And I knew that if I was extra with it, you know, she was like, yo, the label calling me. They're like, what's going on? But, you know, listen, we all got took. They end up looking bad. We end up losing money. Like everyone, and, you know, someone pocketed a little bit of money, which, like I said, I'm going to call the police. And
scammers got smoke with you now. Yeah. Because you fucked up there at the game.
Exactly. You know what's funny, though, is that people actually, after I post that, people start DMing me and saying that those dudes were hitting them up as well for like features and stuff like that. So, yeah, Bossman DLow was being used to scam a bunch of people. Not him directly, but the scammers took it upon themselves.
They did it. What that tells me is that, you see, these scammers, they look at the artists who aren't strong socially and they don't have a team set up to do that, so they could spoof and scam like when, I remember Charleston White, they were doing it with Charleston White all the time. Like they would email outlets because people knew that he was like charging outlets. They'd be like, hey, they would say as low as like, yo, $750 for the deposit, you could, we'll lock in Charleston for the interview with you. Like, I remember after I got Charleston's number, like, some motherfuckers, like, emailed me saying, hey, I work with Charleston. We want to lock in a second interview with you. Hey, he's kind of hot. You want to send over $1,000? And I'm like, why the fuck would I go through y'all when I just talk to him?
Yeah, man.
Scamming is a thing, man.